One of the most overlooked parts of HVAC is the V, the ventilation. People talk about fixing the AC or fixing the heat, but they entirely overlook the V for ventilation. And I like to start in the kitchen itself because anytime that we're cooking, we end up with particulate matter from the food and also moisture content that reduces the air quality of the house. And that can be solved simply by running the vent hood where we're getting that stuff out of the house. But the problem is a lot of these vent hoods, if we open it up, there's no piping getting that out of the house. They have this little metal filter that catches just a little bit of the grease, and then it just dumps that air and moisture and contaminants right back into the same exact room, and we reduce the air quality of the house. So this is a problem that needs to be solved. It needs to be getting that out of the house, and especially with a gas stove. A gas stove is essential to having that vented out of the house entirely. Because anytime that we burn natural gas or methane, it's a chemical reaction. We take oxygen and methane and we end up with carbon dioxide, CO2. Now, CO2 is not poisonous, but as that level starts to rise, it affects how we think, how we process information. And in this particular stove, when it started cooking, it was at 1,050, and when it started cooking, this jumped up to 2,500. And the problem is, there's no way to get this out of the house. It's simply just dumping that right back in. The other problem is we end up with carbon monoxide, CO. My personal CO meter went from 0 to 4 parts per million just in the time that they were cooking a pizza. So that's something we want to think about. That is a poisonous gas, and while 4 parts per million is considered safe, I don't want to have any carbon dioxide in the house. Any house that has any gas burning appliance should have a low-level CO monitor so they can see what's happening with the air in their house, and ideally some kind of a air quality monitor so they can monitor CO2 and particulate matter. But also on top of that, when we have natural gas coming in, it's not pure methane. There's other stuff, there's other contaminants in that gas line coming in. And when we burn that, that ends up with particulate, what they call carcinogens, which causes cancer. So there's a lot of people out there that want to ban gas stoves because of the other stuff that's burning with that ends up in the air of the house. My opinion is we should not ever ban gas stoves, but we need to be looking at the HVAC side, the V. We, HVAC people, are responsible for the ventilation. The problem is not the gas. The problem is that needs to be vented out. And too often, they're using a vent hood like this where it's just dumping the air right back in. And we can solve this issue. We can at least offer the customer the information to be able to solve that issue. We can put in an adapter at the top of this cabinet. In this case, there's another floor above us, but we can go either through the cabinet, or in this case, I can go above the cabinet, and I can run that exhaust pipe outside, put a damper on it, a fixture on the outside, move a plate in this existing microwave. Then when we run the vent hood, they're actually exhausting all the stuff that we're cooking, whether it's electric and it's moisture and food particulate, or it's gas stoves where we have CO2, carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, other particulate matter. We get all of that out of the house. Now the issue with what we're cooking isn't nearly as much of an issue. We're getting that out of that V, HVAC, ventilation. Now by giving the customer these options, they can make the choice of what to do. Maybe your company offers to do that work. Maybe they need to sub it out to somebody else. Maybe the customer wants to do it themselves, but it needs to be offered to that customer so they understand what's happening. And we also want to make sure that we realize and appreciate it's their house. The customer's responsible for their own health. They're responsible for their house. It's their choice. So if they don't want to do any of that work, that is entirely their choice. I don't think it's a great choice, but it's their choice to make. So we want to make sure that we're first just looking at it, offering it, and we're giving the customer the information so they can make an informed decision about their health and their house. And then from there, they can solve it. You'll see a lot of HVAC people start talking about indoor air quality, and they want to sell a device, whether it's or some other kind of gimmick they put in, and they're wanting to put a chemical in that makes the air clean, and science just doesn't work that way. It starts with the ventilation. We need to get all those contaminants simply out of the house, starting with the kitchen. That's our easiest way to start. And then if we're going to be talking about indoor air quality, we need to be monitoring. Where are we at? Look at different types of indoor air quality monitors. Make sure every house has a low-level CO monitor. Make sure every technician has their own personal low-level CO monitor. I don't care what brand you use, just make sure you're getting one. Looking at what's happening at the air is going to be essential so that we can fix it. My friend John Ellis says, prescription without diagnostics is malpractice. So instead of just offering indoor air quality solutions, let's look at what's really happening. And in this case, the first thing that I see, hey, we don't have any pipe on here and we have a gas furnace. So that's the first thing I want to make sure I bring to the customer. Give them the options so they can make an informed decision for what's best for them and their families. Anyways, start looking at ventilation, HVAC, never stop learning. Have a great day.